I live, work my biz. I'm too far from the rest, not what you used to. Okay, this ain't what you used to. Always with the new, this ain't what you used to. I do me, do you? I do me, do you? This ain't what you used to.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna get you out. I'm sorry. I'm gonna help you out. Hold on a minute. You should be able to get out now. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to cut you out of there. Let me get scissors. Bro, I'm cutting my shade cloth for you. Hang on a second. Don't move. Okay, are you free? I think you Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. Good job. You stayed very still. Okay, now you can get out. Right? I think you're free, bud. Do not jump on me. We're friends now. Okay. Go ahead. Can't you get out now? Oops. Do you want me to put you on the ground? Like, okay. Come on. I'm gonna release you over here. There you go. See, I told you you could do it. Be free. Oh, come on, bud. I don't want to cut my damn shade cloth anymore. Get out. You're free. Really? Look. Come on. Man. Are you gonna make me cut a hole? Look, it's wide open. Here. Like this, you can get out. Let go. You're out. You're free. Look. There's the ground. Grab you. Tell a friend. This morning's catch and release. All right, I've got real work to do. Good morning, family. Good morning for real this time. A quick catch and release, but now we can get to work. It's not even 7 a.m. and it's already 81 degrees, I think. Oh man, I've got lots of papayas coming on over there. Anyway, it's hot. It's gonna be really hot today. Primary objective for the day is to construct my rainwater catchment system, which I've been wanting to do since the very first time I walked this land. Literally, well, the first time I walked it to envision it as a farm. I'm finally gonna do it. I think I'm gonna get as much done as I can. Summer is all about surrender and surrendering to sometimes it's just too hot to do anything, and just gotta accept whatever, just trying to make progress every day. Whatever I can get done will be appreciated. Just making a little progress every single day. Grateful for another day. Before I build out this, I want to spend the majority of the day constructing. Not the day, the morning, because by noon it's going to be 100 degrees and I'm not going to be out here. It'll be dangerous. So I'm going to spend the majority of my work day focused on constructing the water catchment. But first I got to do a few things. We got to feed the worms. So I keep a 5-gallon bucket in my kitchen to catch my kitchen scraps, and then I feed it to the worms in my worm bin, which I'll talk about at some point. It's too hot right now to be doing, but I do want to talk about, I want to dispel the myth that you can't have outdoor worms in South Florida, because I do it, they do great. Feed the worms, I need to harvest so that before it gets too hot. And I need to do some land management, unfortunately. I'm gonna keep it at a minimum, but there's some stuff I just couldn't get to last week that I really need to do. Summer's gonna be over before we know it, and I know everyone's just talking about how hot and terrible it is and they can't wait for summer to be over, but everything's about perspective, right? So I prefer to look at it as, what can I use this heat to do to my advantage? How can I use this heat to my advantage? For me, that means improving my soil greatly through the summer, because everything breaks down so much quicker in this heat, and also everything grows faster in this heat. So trying to get more growth on some of my things, like my sugar apple, which struggles through the cold. I want to get some more growth on that sugar apple through the summer so that hopefully it can sustain the cold nights a little bit better. It comes back, but I just hate seeing it looking all black and struggly all winter. And I'm hoping to get some fruit on that sugar apple next year. So I want to feed it. I want to weed it and feed it and get some growth on that. And also getting as much growth as I can on all my fruit trees, because I prune everything to keep it a manageable height because I don't want to use ladders to harvest any food. So come end of summer, early fall, I'm going to prune everything, chop everything down or chop it back. And the more growth I can get on it for most of these plants, that means more cuttings for me because I do a lot of propagation via cuttings through the winter. So that's mulberries, figs, whatever, that's what comes to mind right now. But if I can get a lot more growth on those in the next couple months of summer, then that gives me more plant material to propagate from for winter. So anyway, that's a whole tangent. We could talk about that. I wanted to do a video about things to focus on in the summer, but maybe that'll be for next summer because I just couldn't get to it this summer. But yeah, it's all about changing your mindset. We can use this heat for good. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then I just build and then just get to building. So let's get to it. I don't want to close you up in here, so could you just, if you wouldn't mind, just get back in there? Thank you. Ooh, you can feel so much heat coming off of this. Sorry, I just don't want to smush you. Give some of my new seedlings some rainwater. A little red lady papaya. Drink up, looking great. There's another one. A little mulberry. Another red lady. Oh, you look great. I knew you could do it. All this good stuff. Papaya seedlings that we just watered. Red lady. So this is the Mexican sunflower after I chop through it. But if you don't harvest this regularly and you wait and these stalks get too much thicker than this, you can't manage it with a machete. You need a full-on like chainsaw, not chainsaw, but yeah, something with a blade though. You need a tool. But if you keep cutting it back when they're thinner, you can easily come through and manage it with a machete. I can still cut through this, but with a machete, but it's a challenge. That's why I just try to keep, I'm probably gonna cut this even lower, just so it'll sprout back up thin again, so I can just keep easily managing this with a machete. So I chopped down that Mexican sunflower that was becoming a tree and put it into smaller pieces, and I'm gonna plant these cuttings. So on this side of the farm, I don't have as much Mexican sunflower, so I'm trying to add it. Like it's right behind my figs, so I can just easily feed them, and got other plants here that I'd like to have readily available chop and drop. So I'm just gonna stick these into the ground. I can hear the mosquitoes, but they can't get to me. Slide down here. I'm gonna start amending this area because I'm gonna plant onions here. Is where my onion patch is gonna go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some Mexican sunflower back here so it'll be easy to feed the onions when the time comes. This is amazing. Look at all this shade. You have to grow your shade in South Florida. These are all pigeon peas, mostly pigeon peas I gotta cut back. And all this basil happily growing here. Ooh, look at the bees. Don't mind me, guys. Oh my God, if you could smell that. All right, let's chop back these pigeon peas a little bit. I need a little more food for my new little seedlings. Oh, there's a Cuban oregano down under there. There's all kinds of good stuff here. This is a jack bean, canna lily. This is a, what is that? Oh, it looks like a dead avocado I grafted in the fall. Oh, there's a loquat. I need to feed that little loquat seedling. Nice. Now it's happy. It's going to be happy now. Let's get over here and feed this loquat a little bit. Look at this cassava. That's insane. Cassava, it's taller than me. Oh, there's 2 of them. And see the shade? Wait, where's the sun? See the sun coming through? And these pigeon peas providing some shade. Got more cassavas here. These are all cassava cuttings. Cassava. They're building houses back behind the farm, and I hate seeing it. So I wanted these tall things to provide some privacy for me. But this cassava is thriving. These are all from cuttings. Just a few months ago, I put these in. See this tree? Look how thick that is. I can barely get through that with a machete. This is Mexican sunflower that I let get too big, too thick. But thankfully, actually, I'm gonna move this over. I'm gonna plant this as a cutting, chop it into 3 pieces, and plant it somewhere else where I need Mexican sunflower. Probably in the front of the farm. I need more over there. Just save that for later. Oh, got a mulberry down here. All right, so this is good. Cut this back so the mulberry can get some light. I love finding food. Finding plants. Oh, this guy's gotten tall. This was like 12 inches when maybe 12, 18 inches when I put it in there, into the ground. This is all less than 8 months old, both these rows. Anyway, it's looking great, but now is it mulberry season, so it's the time it wants to grow. I'm actually gonna feed it some of this Mexican sunflower. This is my air prune bed that I built in the winter sometime. And I sowed papaya into it. Anywhere you don't have the soil covered, nature, the earth, is going to attempt to cover itself because it doesn't like being bare. So if you don't plant something there, a weed's going to grow, an air quote weed. Ooh, that's not a weed, that's a papaya. Anyway, all right, let's get these jackfruits in here. Got these seeds. They've got a little mold on them now, but it's fine. We'll see if they grow. If they don't, that's all right too. We'll get more, we'll try again. Don't know till you try. And doesn't have to be able to thrive on neglect over here. Which, from what I was reading, this is my first time growing jackfruit from seed, but from what I was reading that they tend to rot. The seeds tend to rot from overwatering anyway, so it's a perfect kind of plant for me because I will not be watering it. So let's see what it wants to do over here. Just dotting it wherever. It doesn't really matter about the spacing. One, these papayas aren't going to stay here, and neither are the jackfruits if they pop up. These will be eventually. I'm probably just going to gift these because I've got so many papayas already. You guessed it, more pigeon peas. I want to plant a row of pigeon peas all along this north side fence for privacy and also for chop and drop for all the stuff I'm growing on this side of the farm that doesn't have as much. I don't have as much chop and drop stuff on this side of the farm. Pigeon peas grow year round here. They grow probably 3 or 4 times faster in the summer. So I want to get these growing now, get as much growth on them as I can through the summer, so that at the beginning of next summer, I've got good sized trees to start chopping and dropping at the beginning of the summer. So I'm going to get these sown. This is my sugar apple that I got as a seedling. It's looking great compared to how it looked in the winter. It's already grown quite a bit. I'm going to feed it some of this pigeon pea and get it bigger before the colds come. I'm gonna get some more. I'm gonna get some more to cover around, make a whole ring around this guy. Oh man, my sugar cane's looking great. Oh, that Mexican sunflower back there. Probably gonna need to get back and cut that, but not today. All right, the sugar apple should be happy for a while. This is a little Thai longan that I really want to make it through this summer. My husband loves longans and I'd love to be able to grow them for us. So let's feed this guy. The reason to try to stay on top of this management of all this chop and drop it's beautiful and it's great. And if it's serving a purpose, I leave it. But if you just keep leaving, it just makes more work. Deferred maintenance just makes more work for later. So I just try to make a little progress every week, really. Try to get a little bit done to keep it relatively manageable. You have to actively manage Mexican sunflower and pigeon pea. It's just going to get out of control, specifically Mexican sunflower, because it'll spread on its own if you don't manage it. But yeah, being forced to tame it means my plants get more food. So let me hurry up and do that. I don't water. I know it's a wild statement for somebody who farms in South Florida, but not only do I not have the resources for that, but I also think it's a waste of a finite resource, which is water. Water is not, despite the way we behave in the US at least, it's not an infinite resource. Water is finite. And the only time I do water is during our dry season, which is 2 or 3 months, right before, it's in spring, late spring. Ooh, my figs look so good now that I moved them. I moved my fig nursery, sorry, distraction, but I moved my fig nursery over here into more sun. I think they were in a little too much dense shade, but so they had like no leaves on them. These are cuttings I grew from the winter, fig cuttings. Anyway, I water during our dry season, which is 2 months, 3 months out of the year, in late fall, early spring, whatever, late spring. And you're like begging, waiting for the summer rains to start. But even then, I only water once a week. And even then, I only water my young stuff, my newer seedlings, or anything that's showing signs of distress that it needs water. Everything else fends for itself. These big old trees, they don't need water. They're fine, they're established. Nature takes care of itself. Nobody waters the forest, is what I remind myself. And so, yeah, the only way I can do that is deep mulching. I gotta cover the soil. Deep mulching, constantly chopping and dropping, which I couldn't do when I first got over here on this lot. So I had to water because I had no organic matter and I had no mulch or nothing. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to water if I want anything to survive. But for me, that's not sustainable. And it's not really sustainable for anybody, but most people just don't realize it yet that it's unsustainable because they still think that water is an infinite resource. Ooh, my roselle's looking good. Wow, we gotta start changing the way we grow food if we're going to be able to grow food into the future, because it's only going to get drier and hotter. Moral of the story, mulch your soil. Okay, break's over. That was blissful. It's like 9 o'clock. It's 90 degrees. Feels like 90 degrees. Thankfully, I can build in the shade, so that's why I wanted to do all the farm work first. Yeah, and then just work on building for a while, for as long as it's reasonable. Let me re-up on bug spray first. I finally found mosquito repellent that works, that doesn't have DEET. It's not an ad, but I get eaten alive by mosquitoes, and this actually works. Hopefully future editing Keisha will remember to drop a link to this in the description. I hardly water, but when I do not want to use disgusting tap water to water the food that I'm going to eat. So I want to start catching, I already catch some rainwater off the shed roof. My granddad built this shed, I think in the 70s, I want to say, but there's no gutters on it. But I still am able to catch water off the roof. It runs off the roof on the corner, and I usually just put some buckets under there and catch water. But I want to up my game and start catching some more rainwater. And my brother gave me some collapsible rain barrels. Not what I would love. Eventually I probably will upgrade to some hard plastic barrels. These are 50 gallons what my brother gave me. I'll probably get a 60 gallon eventually if these ones that I got for free don't work very well. And then I've got free wood. I don't pay for wood. I'll show you all my wood supply over here in a second. And then I went to Home Depot yesterday and got the gutters. Rolling. Just gonna clear some workspace. and then sort through the wood pile and see if I can find what I need. I'm sure I can find what I need. I always have what I need. So this is the barrel my brother gave me. I got 2 of these. I gotta find the second one. I'm sure it's near where I found this one in the shed. But yeah, it's already got spouts on it and overflow. And this, oh, I didn't know I had this one too. Nice. Okay. It just catches in the center here. And then you can unzip it and open it. And it's got little metal legs to give it some rigidity. But I already tried this once without a frame 2 summers ago. I put this out without a frame on it and it fell over in the wind. We get a fair amount of wind, so that's a factor, especially now that we're in hurricane season. So I'm gonna build a wooden frame to put this in. Plus I want it to stand up so that I can slide a bucket underneath the faucet, the spout, and then fill my bucket up. And this is where I should put that disclaimer of like, I am not a professional, whatever, do it at your own risk. I'm self-taught. I'm not a carpenter or finishing carpenter or whatever. I just build to solve my problems. So that's what we're gonna do. My problem right now is I need to collect a larger capacity of rainwater from the shed roof. And so let's build something to make that happen. Let's go check out our wood supply. I get all this wood by going to the back of a hardware store and just looking. They throw away all kinds of stuff. And I see something I want and then I go ask the manager if I can have it. And they say yes, usually. And this is it. This is my wood shop. This past winter I built this thing to better organize the wood so it wasn't like just falling all over the place. What I learned from my ambulance RV build last summer is that water is very heavy because I had to do the calculations to make sure that the full tank that I was putting into the RV wasn't too heavy for the truck. Anyway, water's heavy, so I want to overbuild this stand that I'm going to put these water tanks on. So I'm going to use 2x4s unless I think I have 2x6, but I'm not sure. Definitely can use this. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is what I need. Alright, I've got a few nails in it, but nothing major. Definitely use that. Oh yeah, this is great wood. And these are already heat treated, so I don't have to worry about that rotting or anything. Sweating like a whore in church. Alright, let's see how long this thing is. Perfect. Okay. I also already took measurements of the big 60-gallon tank I have, so that if and when I upgrade this tank, I can use the same stand for the water catchment. All right, so less talking, more working. I'll leave you guys here for I'll speed this part up, but I don't really have a plan. I kind of build as I go. I have a loose plan, but I don't have like drawings or anything. It's all up here. We'll see how this goes.
I'm in red for it. I'm in red for it. And I'm sorry. So I keep the peace, taking vibes. So I keep a
As a recovering perfectionist, my motto is, so this is not straight, right? But it'll work. The motto is, done is better than perfect. I can't be obsessing about making everything perfect. I need to just get this done. I need to be able to do what I need to do, which is catch water in this case. So I'm not gonna fret about it. It's been a good practice to expand that in other things, about not trying to make things perfect. Just make it work. Here's the heat treated seal that you're looking for, that HT. That's how you know no chemicals were used on this. I'm not using this for food or water I'm gonna be drinking or anything, but still, I prefer to use the heat treated rather than the chemical treated stuff. Yep, more free wood. I had a family member doing a renovation. I asked them not to throw away any wood. So I'm gonna use this for the shelf that my barrel is gonna sit on. I'm not sure I'll be able to get 2 out of this. I think I have another one in the shed though. I'm mostly gonna rely on these deck screws. I got this whole box of 848 pieces, 10 pounds, construction screws for $5 at Habitat Restore. So I'm mostly gonna be relying on these to put this together. Making sure I have the right bit size. I'm gonna pre-drill because this is not good wood, it'll split, so. It's already kind of split in some places. So I'm gonna just pre-drill all my holes and get this assembled.
I'm in red for it. I'm in red for it. And I'm sorry. No, I keep the peace, they get vibing. No, I keep a bad one disguised. I'm on red run. I'm in red for it. I'm in red for it. I'm on my solo, so I'm working, keep my head down.
I think I'm gonna attempt to get this gutter up. I'm just gonna get one. I probably ultimately will put another gutter on the other side of the shed, but and build another stand for the other water barrel, but that's definitely not a today project, because if this seems like a long video, it's because this has been a long day already. And I've sped it up for y'all. Anyway, yeah, I would like to get one gutter in and one barrel stand set up. So I have never installed gutters before. I've never done the majority of the things I've done in the last 5 or 6 years, so that doesn't scare me. I watched a video from the manufacturer of this gutter and it looks easy enough. I mean, it might not be easy to do with one person, so that could be an issue. But they're pretty light. It's pretty light. I feel like I can do it. I'm gonna try. I mean, I probably won't die. I mean, I definitely won't die. I'm not gonna fall from high enough. The ladder, I don't have to get up that tall. It's gonna be fine, that's what I'm saying. Okay, then I need to cut a hole in here to fit this. These are gonna drive me nuts. I think I'm gonna end up taping these or something. I don't know. Let's just get this downspout in. Now I've got a series of holes that I'm just gonna cut through those with my multi-tool. Let's see if we can get this up single-handedly. Here we go. Done. Oh man, look at it. Okay, I'm not recommending these or this product at all. I know this is gonna blow away if I don't tape it or do something to it now, even though it's super annoying because I already put the ladder away and I'm so ready to go, but I'm gonna tape it. All right, does this look terrible? Yes, it does. But will it keep the storm from blowing this little end cap away? I think so. Painter's tape never fails me. And I'm gonna research a better option because I don't think that's it. That's not the move. And maybe I'll just return that to Home Depot, we'll see. But for now, it'll keep it in place, I think. I'm gonna get out of here. I can barely hold my body weight. Like I am beat, but I'm so glad I did this today. And I'm leaving 2 buckets. I believe I'll still get some drip off this corner of the roof in addition to my downspout, so I want all that. So I'll keep doing my buckets. I like that. We'll see how this goes. I think it's gonna go great.
A week later, I assembled the second water catchment setup. It's been working out great. Once the temperatures cool down, I'll put a bead of silicone along the gutter end caps and remove the tape. Now let's talk cost. I ended up returning the gutter downspouts because they didn't stay in place well, and I determined I really didn't need them anyway. All in, I spent about $64 on this project. Great investment for this much needed farm addition. Now I'm really able to take advantage of growing in the subtropics.